Yo, what up, Bull Sharks? It's your boy, the Crack Pack Daddy, coming to you once again live from Asbury Park, New Jersey, Boss Country. It's a special day. I'm putting together my third ever PSA submission, and I need your help. If you've been following my hobby journey, I have made some hilarious mistakes with my first two PSA submissions. They are some of my most popular videos, especially the reveals. With the first one, where I sent away 90 cards being my most popular video of all times, almost 7,000 views and counting. People still comment on it every day. And I think it was very relatable video because I made so many mistakes that young collectors do. Just to catch you all up, and I won't talk for too much because I know this isn't the most exciting video in the world. I'm coming up on 1 year on YouTube and essentially 1 year and 2 months of being a collector again. Of getting back in the hobby. The first ever submission I put in was 90 cards. And the error I made there was I sent in the wrong level of hits. And this purple Kawhi was part of the first submission. I would never send in a purple Winter Stays or a green Dominance or a global reach insert silver right now. Probably not even depending on the player. But back then, being so young into my hobby journey, these were the hits that really excited me. Retail hits. Coming out, just elevated retail hits. I made a big deal about them. You know, when you watch Retail Rippers, they make a big deal about them, which they appreciate. And they're still the hits I like to get, but they're the wrong cards to submit. So my first PSA mistake was poor card selection. When I circled back around, I cut it down from 90 cards, which was insane, to 33 cards. And the card selection was correct, but there was my mistakes there were wishful thinking. And this Bilal Coulibaly is a great example. It got a PSA 7. This card is totally acceptable to send in. At the start of the season, too, Coulibaly was very hot. He had started the season off right. People were excited about him. I was selling a lot of raw stuff out of the boxes. I have this gorgeous fireworks out of Donruss International. Sent it in, ignored blemishes, ignored centering issues. This card was covered in reasons not to send it in. My third submission, which I probably should have had out the door 2 months ago, but maybe I finally have PTSD, for lack of a better term. I'm scared to send things to PSA right now, as I can get crushed. I didn't hit 50% gem rate on either one of those. 33 cards there and 90 there. This is 20 cards. I'm going to show them to everybody, but I assure you that I've given them a good once-over. There are not a single blemish on this card. And this LeBron James red, white, and blue, which we hit just yesterday in Fat Pack Friday, is a perfect example. I want to send this card in. Had this been 9 months ago, I'd send it in. Had this been 4 months ago, I'd send it in. Today, I would not, because although it's top to bottom looked good and I didn't see any blemishes, when I flipped it over on the back, I noticed you could see that the left or right centering was off. And I now know that if your ceiling's a 9, don't send it in. You have to at least have the ceiling available of a 10. You don't want to have a ceiling of a 9 and have it come back an 8 or a 7, and then you just have a card where you've lost money on. So I think I've learned my lesson. I'm going to show you the cards, but I really do need your input and help. If you see a card here where you see something wrong with it, the centering's off, there's a couple case hits and things like that here you don't see a lot of. If you see something, say something. I don't want to waste my money anymore. And at the end of this rip, for no reason whatsoever, I'll also open this Prism hanger. I just got them in the mail, and I'm jonesing to rip something. I'm not ripping anything today, and I got the shakes. But let me show you what I'm planning to send to Panini PSA. Let me know what you think. Also, if you haven't already, slam that sub button. We're coming up on 1 year celebration week on YouTube. We're doing a triple giveaway for basketball on Monday, a Wrestling Wednesday giveaway on Wednesday, and a regular old Fat Pack Friday on Friday. Just living large and living in charge. And we got the Bob the Card Collector Tournament round 2 next Sunday, May 4th will be my video. But let's show you what I'm sending in. Starting with this super short print Hoops Hobby SSP Steph Curry. Maybe I should have put these upside down. I'm going to put them upside down, but now they're not in the order I want them to, so you don't know what they are. There we go. What do you think? Would you send this in? The centering looks really clean to me, and there was no blemishes. I love Steph Curry, and I'm definitely sending this one in. And I'm just going to stop the nonsense here. I'll just put the Caitlin Clark in front so you can't see the spoiler. There we go. A Caitlin Clark blocker. We hit a SAR Gold out of the same Hoops box to start the new rookie class season. Shows you how long I've been holding on to this. 4 out of 10. Centering looks good to me. What do you think? I think this is a really clean card, and for me, it was a no-brainer to send this in. Second round pick gold, I think that's worth taking the flyer on. Third card, now I've been doing a little short series called Would You Grade, and we've gotten some great input there. I've taken a lot of cards out. This is a Victor Wembanyama, Dressed to Impress, Court Kings out of 99, Victor Wembanyama. It's his sophomore year. Court Kings, though, in my experience, grades really well. From last year's Court Kings, I think I sent in 5 base 1 rookies last year, 4 10s and a 9. Premium card, usually with great centering. The card looks clean as hell to me. Let me know. People were mixed on if it's worth it or not to send this one in, but let me know what you think. Victor Wembanyama, Dressed to Impress. Back on Court Kings, and I'll show you 2 at once here, but we got Castle and Sar. People said definitely send the Castle on my Do Your Grade shorts. People were mixed on the Sar because people are mixed on Sar in general. I like Court Kings rookies. When they get slabbed up, they sell well at the shows. I've sold all of them. They were no-brainer hang lows. People like this set, and they look good in a slab. Question is, would you send these in? There's still some more question marks. It's not the same as last year where sending in a Wemby or a Brandon Miller made a lot of sense at this time of year. Would you send those in? Next card, and this is a gorgeous. My first ever numbered LeBron James, numbered out of 75. Net Marvels out of this year's Donruss Hobby. Gorgeous card, and I think the centering is good and no blemishes. I think this is a no-brainer one, but let me know what you think down in the comments. Dalton Connect out of Donruss Choice Auto. Again, centered well, looked clean, no blemishes. I think this is a no-brainer, but I'm always interested. This one is a risky one. It's my only totally certified basketball card here. We've hit some really big ones. There are things about this set that scare me. You can see the impression of and I know I have the thing on there and the light's catching wrong, but you can see the lines from the front on the back of this. It is numbered to 99. It is color match, and people do really like him. This one's a risky one, and I'm willing to pull this one from the list if enough people tell me, but people like him, people like color match, and I wanted to send something in from the Totally Certified because I think it's a pretty hot set that people are going to remember. First WNBA submission is a Cam Brink Cracked Ice. I hit the Caitlin Clark one too, but the centering was off left to right. Centering looks good enough here to me, maybe a little bit thicker down here, maybe just an inch. I know with the new Panini, they're always looking for, for new PSA rules, they're always looking for a reason. Do you see a reason not to send this one in? Cam Brink Cracked Ice? Big hit out of one of our Fat Pack Friday rips as an Anthony Edwards green rookie. This card looks perfect to me. Even if you tell me not to send it in, I'm not going to listen to you. I want this one back. This is my sucker move. I'm riding and dying on this one till the end, but I don't see anything wrong with it. No blemishes and no centering issues to me, but I'll hold it up close, and if you see something big, let me know. Net Marvels, case hit, Brandon Miller out of Hoops Hobby. That's how long I've been holding on to these. I ripped this box 4 months ago. It's been a long time. And I've been sitting here. The card still looks really, really good to me. There is something in there, but I don't think that's on card. I think it's a scratch on the laminate. I know Brandon Miller's stock's down right now, but I had him in fantasy basketball this year. And he was incredible till he got injured. The Hornets are just a mess right now, and I wouldn't be surprised if he comes out next year. He was averaging 20 points. He can get 6 threes a game. He's an absolute baller. Back on the Ant train, and it's a 2020 Blue Velocity, another Fat Pack Friday hit. I love this card so much. I got burnt on a lot of 21. Oh my God, I think actually I have an example here. 21. All of them came back 7s and 8s last time, but I've never sent in a 2020, and I'm hoping with the good-looking centering, it looks a lot better. I do have some more 21s, too. You can try to talk me out of it, but this Ant looks good to me, and you let me know what you think. Right behind him is his brother from another mother, same draft class, Tyrese Maxey on the Blue Velocity. I love this card again. Centering looked good to me, and there were no blemishes. I didn't have to do any wishful thinking here. I did have a red, white, and blue maxi that had a ding on it I didn't send in. I had a LaMelo Ball purple out of Optic I didn't send in. Ooh, we got a questionable one coming in here. This one is one you can talk me out of if you want. Ausar Thompson, Phoenix International Scope, numbered to 75. Now this card, for all I know, is so off-centered and I just can't tell. You just don't have a ton of them offhand. But everything else looks good to me. So would you send in an All-Star 75, number to 75? If it was Prism, probably no-brainer. If it was Select, maybe no-brainer. Phoenix, I'm willing to listen. Talk me out of it if you have a good reason not to. Talk me into it if you think it's worth it. But him and his brother's stock are way up, and I do appreciate that. Back to the 21, where I just pointed out how badly burnt we got. But we do have a Cade. There is no blemishes or scratches here. I think the centering looks pretty good. It's a little bit always harder to tell when you have slanted cards, but this part looks the same as this part, and the edges look like they're similar sized. We'll check out the back as well. Cade Cunningham, rookie, man of the hour, playing great in the playoffs. And right behind him is his brother from another mother, I believe the rookie of the year that year, Scotty Barnes. Same draft class. Again, centering looks good to me. Let me know what you want. Again, we've gotten burnt on this year's velocities. But Fat Pack Fridays were really good to us when it came to optic with these hits, and I'm pumped to get that card back. We are in our Caitlin Clark phase now, as we have a green Caitlin Clark from Prism Draft Picks this year. This card looks clean as hell, and the centering looks good to me. I think, usually when your NBA cards come out, your college cards lose a little value, or your draft picks cards lose a little bit value. Caitlin Clark in an Iowa jersey, I think, will always be in vogue, as the women's game is so much more staying for 4 years and making something, a legacy there for yourself. So when it comes to women's cards, specifically the college cards, I think are worth it, and that will be showed here as I hit another green Caitlin Clark in the same rip. Let me know what you think. Would you send these in? I know she has official WNBA cards now, Prism WNBA cards, but I still think these are pretty hot cards, and I think they will sell pretty fast. Questionable again, but it's a clean-looking card. Another All-Star Thompson. Full disclosure, I wish I hit more Amen Thompson. I'm an All-Star magnet. I'm not an Amen magnet. And I was looking to send in a lot of more Thompsons over the offseason, as I think their stock's going to be way up with their first playoff berth this year and the attention they're getting. And just his defensive prowess was looking really good at the season. Would you send in an All-Star Green? I think this is the last card, believe it or not, and it comes with its own question marks, but it's a Steph Curry red, white, and blue. Now, I've sold 2 different Steph Currys, not this exact one, in a PSA 10 for $60 each. I think that's where they landed on. Maybe I had them listed for 60 and took 50 on them or something like that. Steph sells at every card show I go to. He's my number one seller across the board. I load my box with Steph Curry inserts. My $5 box, my $10 box, my $7 box. This whole channel is funded off of Steph Curry. But I can see a little disparity here to here. I've been trying to maybe talk myself out of this card. I was trying to get to an even 20. Would you leave this one where it is? It does seem to be slightly off-centered on the back. Now that I'm looking at it in real time, I'm seeing it for the first time like that. Maybe I just talk myself out of it, but let me know what you think, because I think it's a really nice card. And as you see, those are the 20 cards I'm submitting to PSA this time around. Have I finally learned my lesson? Am I going to get a good gem in rate? Because to be honest, 50% won't even do it for me now. I want 75%. And little by little, I'm thinking about, should I send to Beckett instead? And let me know what you think about that too, because I think there's a psychological barrier there between Beckett and PSA. Even though Beckett was definitely the number 2 one in terms of people's minds, and maybe the Fanatics one themselves will eventually get there as well. But right now, when it comes to buying, selling, and trading, PSA is king, whether you want it to be or not. It's just how it is. And there's a psychological effect to sales you just can't ignore. So let me know what you think. Are you comfortable buying Beckett over PSA cards? Do you respect them the same? If this PSA order goes bad, I probably will try another grading company. And there is like a little bit of, tinfoil hat time, that they have a rule where they're not supposed to go too far over 50% if you send in 20 cards. Or do they cap your 10s to keep keep you coming back? I don't know. But let me know what you think. And just for some funsies, I'm going to rip one Fat Pack Saturday pack. Just because I just got 6 more of these in the mail, and they're just sitting there looking at me, and I was looking at them. And maybe I'll hit a huge Caitlin Clark right here. I can add it to the submission, take that Steph Curry gold, red, white, and blue out, still have 20 cards. Let's see here what we've got. Be sure to slam that sub button, keep up with all the giveaways we got coming this week, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'm at a card show right now, if you're seeing this, in Neptune, New Jersey. It's a local show right here in Boss Country. We have some green action, orange velocity. I'm interested in that. But let's get a big Clark. We are due. My Clark luck on these first 4 of these I ripped didn't go so hot, but we had great luck in the beginning with the blasters. So I'm going to go back to the blasters soon, but I really want these fat packs to hit also. They have a huge ceiling with the numbered Caitlin Clark, so you can get out of here. Davis, and I take a Cam Brink and a Heartbreak too. Sheldon, McDonald on the orange. Allen. We've got Megan Gufferson on our last orange ice, and on our kaleidoscopic, we did get a Nikki Mule rookie, so I'll look that one up to see if she's well traded. We got Yolanda Griffith. It's a sign. It's got to come back at 10, right? It's got to come back at 10. Let's look at it together. I will check it under the blemish light. Is it a little thick, thin this way? Maybe. Oh, man, we're live checking this one. We are live checking this one as a family. I think it's a little thick here, thin here. It's really close, this one. I'm not seeing any blemishes, but I will hold it up to the light. Monster hit. Monster hit. This is not supposed to be a rip video. The thumbnail's not supposed to say we hit a monster Caitlin Clark. It was just something I threw in at the end. Oh, man. That is awesome. Tinfoil hat time, too. My first 4 were from the first print run. I think we're now on the second print run of the hangers, and we didn't hit any good hits in the first one. Maybe there's more hits in the second print run. But these are now back on Target's website for $16. So snag them if you want them. Wow. We hit a big Caitlin Clark today. Bay. Let's finish the pack. Dawn Staley on the green. We do have a silver in the back, too. A little surprise silver action coming our way. We've got Angel Reese. That's a very good rookie to have. And Diamond Miller, but the damage was done. We got our first monster Caitlin Clark out of these hangers, and I could not be more happy about it if I tried. Let me know what you think. Your input on these things is valued to me, as I'm still the definition of an amateur. I'm only 1 year in and only on my 3rd ever PSA submission. So getting feedback from the community is everything. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the spring. Have the best time. I've been the Crack Pack Daddy. You've all been wonderful. Good luck and ball night.